Okay, everybody, here we are with the battery mod. When you see these little holes here that I'm unscrewing them, there's actually black plastic melted in there, so I had to dig out the plastic in order to reveal the screws. And then as you can see, I just unscrew all the screws, open up the case, and in the back here you're going to see some foam. I believe they did that just so the battery don't move around in there, although the battery's still glued in there pretty tight. And I took that out so I can fit the wires. Now here I am, I put the battery where I'm going to mount it, and I plugged it in, and I'm just sizing up how long I should cut the battery. I mean the cable. And here I am drilling out a hole so I can stick the wire through. I actually first drilled the hole wrong and I re-drilled it here, but then I fit the cable through the hole, and then I made a knot. That way, if the cable gets pulled on, when this thing's all, buttoned up, it doesn't pull out any of the solder or any of the wires inside. So I'm creating that knot right here. And if I'm not explaining anything good enough here, just leave some comments below and then I can answer some questions. So here I am just cutting the gonna splice the wires. You can see the black wire, and then there's a black wire with a white line on it. That white line is the positive, or the tip of the assembly here. You can see the wires down there. You'll see where I solder these actually. And I just threw this in here in case somebody's watching this, they don't know how to solder. You just twist them, braid them together there, and that's called flux. You put some flux on the tips so that when you tin the tips, which you'll see in a minute, the solder will actually stick to the cables. So you just touch your solder there and it melts onto the hot soldering iron, and then you touch the tips here and the solder moves onto the wire. It's called tinning. And here's where you see I'm holding the white wire here. It's a black wire with a white wire tip. That goes right there on the switch, right where you see that red wire. That is the plus, or the hot side of things. It goes on that switch, and then the other negative or black wire actually goes on the two wires you'll see here in a minute. Let's see if I moved it. Well, I didn't show it, but it's actually soldered onto the lid, as you can see there. So if you buy this particular battery, it's on the inside of the lid is where you solder that. And then here I'm just trying to close everything up. I closed everything up. I just kind of stuffed the wires in there. Now I'm changing the tip here, and I'm going to try, I tried it on my LED light because I would rather blow out my cheap LED light than damage my camera. And you can also use a multimeter, but I didn't feel like going downstairs and getting it. So I just said, I was pretty sure I had it right anyways, but just in case, plugged it into the light and turned the switch on with the battery. And I think I just move it here so you can see it. See, the battery's on, and I'm turning on and off the light. So everything works good. I changed the tip back already. I didn't show that, but it's back, and I'm putting all the screws back in. And here I did put it on the camera, plug it in, and give it a try. Leave some comments, guys, if you have any questions. Aaron J. Anderson at aaronjanderson.com, and we'll talk to you later.